Today, I'm going to demonstrate and instruct you how to perform a playing card shuffling technique called the Riffle Shuffle or riffling with a bridge. Riffle shuffling is a common technique that creates a more randomized order when shuffling, making it an ideal shuffling method. It is also the most common shuffling technique used worldwide in casinos and poker tournaments, and by card players and magicians. Performing riffle shuffling is relatively simple. The most important aspects of performing the shuffling technique are hand and finger placement and the orientation of the deck of cards. Riffle shuffling involves splitting the deck into roughly 2 equal stacks and using your thumbs to riffle or let the cards fall alternately from each stack, which effectively mixes them together randomly. The equipment you will need is a deck of playing cards and your hands. Older decks are easy to riffle shuffle because they are more flexible and less slippery. Plastic cards may present more of a challenge due to the increased slipperiness of the cards. First, you hold a deck of cards face down in one hand and use your other hand to divide the deck of cards into 2 roughly equal stacks, also called packets. You can also do this step without holding the cards. It can be challenging to divide the deck into 2 perfectly even stacks. When this does happen, it is called a perfect riffle shuffle, but the riffle shuffle can still be performed without the decks being perfectly split. Next, you place one half of the deck in each hand with the long edges at the top and bottom. You place your thumbs on the inside short edges of the stacks and position the stacks so they are nearly touching each other. Your index fingers should be bent with your knuckles resting on the top of the stacks. Your middle fingers, ring fingers, and pinky fingers should be gripping the stacks on the opposite short edge. You rotate the stacks slightly towards you so the top corners of the short edges where your thumbs are resting touch. You bend the stacks by applying pressure downward with the knuckles of your index fingers while using your thumbs to push the short edges upward. You then release your thumbs by sliding them across the short edges from bottom to top, and the cards will fall down and overlap as they fall. Now that the 2 stacks are overlapped, you can perform the bridge. You turn the stacks so the overlapping short edges are parallel to each other. Position your thumbs on top of the center of the stack, directly over the edges that are now interwoven. You will be using your thumbs to press the top arch of the bridge, preventing the cards from flying out and upward. Grip the top of the deck with your thumbs and push the deck up with your remaining fingers to form an arch, supporting it with your fingers underneath the deck. Release your grip by letting the fingers holding the deck up fall flat. This will release the cards and allow the cards to fall into a single stack in your hands, finishing the shuffle. The deck will likely need to be straightened once the shuffle is complete. Congratulations! You now know how to riffle shuffle with a bridge. Don't worry if you don't get it right the first time. Practice makes perfect.